are bought by customers. At least sort of feel like they got ripped off at some point during their deal. You may be one of those people who felt like you did get ripped off. You may feel like you're one of those people who didn't get ripped off. Or you're one of those people who didn't realize you got ripped off. At some point in everybody's life, they're going to have to buy a new car. I've been selling cars for 2 years, so I know I can give you the right tips in order for you to not get ripped off when buying a new car. In order for you to better your odds of walking out of the dealership feeling confident that you got the best deal you can, you need to follow these 3 steps. 1 is do your research on the car that you want. 2 is to hold your ground no matter what on the car that you want. And 3 is to be prepared for a long negotiation process. Researching your car is the most important step in the whole car buying process. According to Ryan Shandis' article, Disgruntled Former Car Salesman Reveals Secrets on Buying a New Car, he says that the research is definitely key to when buying a car, because you need to know what you want, how much you're going to pay for it, and exactly where you want to get it from. Because if not, the dealership is just going to make more and more money off it. You can go to websites like TrueCar.com, where they will give you the invoice price of the car, what your car is selling for in your region, and the incentives on your car. Another thing to do is to go on to your internet again and go to several dealerships' websites and ask their internet manager for price quotes on what you're looking for. That way you can weed out dealers before you even set foot on their property. Another thing to do is to go to your bank and get pre-approved for your loan. That way you'll know what your interest rates are, what your payments are going to look like, what you're pre-approved for, and what your credit score is. Finally, research on when is the best time to go in. The end of the month is typically the best because dealers are more apt to take your deal at the end of the month when they're trying to reach their quotas than they are at the beginning of the month when they've got 30 more days and they're not even worried about you. My second point is to hold your ground on what you want. Because you did your research, you know what you want, you know how much it's going to cost you, and you know exactly what your payments are probably going to be. A dealer is going to try to throw you off of your trailer. They're going to try to sell you a different car, especially if it's not on their lot, because they don't want to go and locate a car for you, knowing that they're not going to make any money off you because you did your research. They're going to come, if they don't ask you to do they got to do their job. They're going to ask you for a car on their lot regardless. You just got to hold out long enough and just tell them, hey, this is not what I want. When you're spending that much money on a new car, you want to get what you want, not what they want to give you. The third point is to be prepared for a long negotiation process. This will work for you every time. You got to remember, you only buy cars probably 10 times in your life. That me and all the other dealers out there, we sell more cars than that in 1 month than you do your entire lifetime. That gives us a huge advantage. We will make you an initial offer before automatically reject right off the bat. Because according to Joseph Lazzaro's article, 5 tips that can save new car buyers bundles. When you reject the first offer, we're going to give you lines like, this is the best deal you're ever going to get. You're never going to find a better deal like this anywhere else you go. That's a lie. We're lying to you all day. We're going to be at least prepared to give you 1 to 2 more offers before we either pat you on the butt that we can't do your deal or that we're going to do your deal. If you don't like what you see, you tell them. Tell them that it is unacceptable. Give them your terms and walk out of that dealership. Make their manager sweat. He wants that deal, especially at the end of the month. He's going to want it. They'll call you back later on that day, or maybe the day after. But they're going to make a deal with you regardless. They may not get you fully to your deal, but they're going to get as close as they can to it to make it so where it works for both of us. All right. So in conclusion, I've showed you how to buy a car without getting ripped off. By doing your research, holding your ground, and making negotiations take longer than they should, you will get the best price that you can make you yourself adequate. I feel that as a car salesman myself, that I am fully qualified and can share this information with you on buying a new car. The dealership will dread the next time you come in. They will know that they're up against a smart and savvy car buyer. But you got to remember, the dealership's job is to make money. And they want to make as much of it off of you as they can. Your job is to keep you from doing that. So all the tips that I've given you so far, you should be able to limit how much is coming out of your pocket and how much is coming out of theirs. Just one more, there's an old saying in the car business that I've heard from the first-hand stuff. It is not considered ripping somebody off if they leave your dealership, but it's not all that case.